Yeah.
Good afternoon. This is Tandiwe's podcast. I'm the sister Tracy. A topic for the day is Lobola. Is Lobola really necessary? Is Lobola good for us? Are we supposed to continue with the Lobola? So the discussion is more about Lobola. I personally feel Lobola sometimes is being commercialized a lot, and I feel it should be brought down a little bit. But I don't know what everybody else thinks. Lobola is good, yes, but not the way that it is being done of late. What I've noticed about how Lobola is being done of late. So I do not know if anybody else has a different opinion, but in my opinion, Lobola is being too much commercialized, and I feel it's pulling the little kids that are starting their lives back, because there's a lot expected of the little boy. They're all coming up. They don't have anything, but they are expected to pay so much. How are they going to start their family? How are they expected to start their family? Most of the time, they're even starting their families in a debt because they are trying to do this Lobola thing that is there.
Okay. I'll chip in there. Okay, like I was still saying, Lobola, I think I'm for Lobola because it's a way of acknowledgement of saying you guys have let me join the family. And if here we all know like where we come from. Lobola before wasn't all about money. It was about, like inkomo. I don't know what to say. As Lobola, it was about inkomo to say nyabonga, and here I am. I'm part of the family, and because now things have changed. It has changed to money, of which money is too hard to get hold of. So people are starting from scratch and they don't have money, and people are capitalizing on that. Say, for example, a child is coming from a poor background, and then obviously, if you start asking for the guy for money, that would be too much for the two of them that have just started because they're trying to start a family. But I think Lobola is okay because spiritually also it's a way of blending in with those that have departed. So it has to happen whether we like it or not, even in the form of money or in the form of income or whatever assets that you might give to acknowledge that you guys have welcomed me in to be a part of this family. It's just a way of joining into families.
Who else wants to jump in onto the topic?
All right. Good afternoon. This is William speaking. Number one favorite to Tandiwe, favorite niece. Anyway, since we are talking about Lobola, I think Lobola is a nice way of like building a family relationship with the next person. Because remember, here when it involves two people from totally different families, totally different religions, cultures, and all that. So they usually say that during the Lobola process, they usually say, we are not here to destroy, but to build. So I think Lobola is in a good sense, in good sense, it's a good thing because it's actually building a relationship between two new strangers and becoming one family. But it becomes a problem when then it is now commercialized, and I think I'll use the term from the last podcast. Now becomes black text. Why did you even come to our family? Why did you even support our daughter or our actually pay to the families of daughters? So it becomes wrong in that kind of sense that it is now commercialized. But in overall, it's family building, relationship building. Thank you.
I just wanted to jump in there quickly. I'm trying to wrap my head around why families need to be built together by money. Why does money, cattle, or anything need to be involved in actually joining families? Anybody else can just pick up from there.
it might be used into joint families, like I said, spiritually. Those that are departed, it's a cultural thing that this has to happen. Obviously, it happens to us Africans, but not to all the other nations. But this means us as Africans, we believe in that. In as much as we here, we are brother, we are sister, we are nephew, niece, or cousin, or whatever who we are. That is how we blend. This is where we come from, and this is like cultural. From where we come from, that is like our roots back there where we don't even know. That was it. So this is the reason why when you come in, you have to blend these families in some way. And most of the time, if you don't do that, sometimes things don't work out in that particular marriage, in as much as it will work, but sometimes there are hiccups that you will come across along the way because you did not pay a certain type of acknowledgement to the other family.
Dolly, do you want to jump in?
Okay, I will say something. Like Andy was asking, why do we need cattle? Why do we need money to unite these two people that are strangers? Like Will is saying, they're strangers and we need them to be relatives. So this relationship that we are building, this family that we're building, needs to be bought in, needs some sort of exchanges. Can we not just sit down, get to know each other, and have a meal and discuss how we're going to help these two children become independent? Because it takes us back to, now I have to save up for Lobola, instead of now I have to save up to buy my house or to buy my furniture. If you do not have Lobola, then what happens? You don't get a wife. Is that what we're saying? Because you do not have Imali. We have, I don't know, for my children to get married. Imali to help my child to get married. So is he supposed to stay without a wife now? Is he not supposed to, is he going to stay without having a wife to belong to him, or what is going to happen? Because not all of us can afford.
Okay. I will go to Setu. I will just try and see if I can pin you, Setu. Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Setugani Louisa Ndlovu, and Tando is my aunt. For me, Lobola is a bit tricky because, okay, the initial idea for Lobola is to bring two families together, but it has been changed in some way or tarnished in some way, because now it places a value on a woman. Like it now places a sort of worth of a woman. We'll see, this is what you're worth to us as the new family, bringing you in as a daughter-in-law. And since the girl's family is one that does most of the charging, they're saying this is what our child is worth. I think this whole placing value on a human being for me is just not necessary. But if it's indeed about bringing two families together, maybe the whole thing at the Kunyang and Tracy, which has become way too commercialized, can be reduced. Because in some cultures I know, Lobola might not even be monetary or even in the form of a cow. A simple hoe and eggs can be Lobola. But in today's age now, one, it's become very expensive to actually pay a girl's bride price. Not only that, the bride price is no longer the only expense that comes with Lobola. Now there's the whole Lobola celebration that has been brought into the picture as well, with the Lobola Day cake, the Lobola Day decorations, and the Lobola Day outfits. It's just been commercialized a little too much for me. And if I had my way, I would say there should be some kind of guideline, or I can say restrictions when it comes to Lobola on overcharging, and maybe some extremities that have been brought into place in terms of Lobola. I think there should be maybe some laws around it even. They might say you can't go beyond this amount, or they should look at maybe a percentage of what the boy can afford. Because right now, when most of the time when they charge, they don't even look at the boy's income. They look at the family as a whole, forgetting that Lobola is actually from what? from the man. There's a lot of aspects involved in terms of lobola. And for me, yes, it might be necessary to bring two families together, but I think as Black people and as cultural people, we've lost our way in that and sort of forgotten what the whole point of lobola is.
Okay. I will go to. I will speak to Dolly. Are you frozen or are you able to contribute?
I think I'm okay. I actually hear everything fine.
So ukuthi njengoba inkomo zethu sendiqeda ukufika
Hello?
so asifuna ukuthi sikhulume lawo. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like okay. I can also speak in the Vele, right?
Yes, of course, of course.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like Lobola is some sort of respect. I think we should respect women because besides money, besides being Lobola, guys, before pregnant, so before pregnant, I think that thing should be like you made it color check. It should be whether you pay Lobola or not. Before pregnant, you will go through a lot with kids. Yeah, so I think personally, yeah, the guy should be charged. And mostly it's hard for umuntu ongumfazi. Like maybe kunzima for thina ukuthi maybe ukwazi ukuthi uzofike ku-extent yokucharger. So that's why maybe you'll be too excited. Like I'm talking from the experience yami. There's a possibility yokuthi maybe you won't get money, get married. And so I think Lobola is another way of covering everything up. Because from now, no one says chatanga, but that thing you celebrate Lobola alive. Yeah, I feel like it's enough. If such a data from now on, okay, because I celebrate that Lobola thing. They would charge. I mean, I feel like they should be charged because we go through a lot as women. Than men, yeah.
Remember, you're talking about my favorite nephew here.
Yes, how?
Okay. Who wants to go next, and then I'll focus and see whether that works better.
Okay, Dolly.
Tracy?
No, can I ask you, Dolly, something? Dolly, you say you fall pregnant and you go through a lot as a woman.
Yeah.
In all this, are you by yourself?
Not like that. I'm trying to say there are things that you go through alone. Yeah, things like labor,
what? Because
I think
we go through it. Song, okay, you can say you go through labor, but that's not William's problem that you're going through labor. That's Heavenly Father who made us go through labor. We go through labor, they go through their own things.
Such as?
Okay, guys. The thing is with the Lobola can be paid over time. The problem that we have right now is that Lobola has been monetized. That defeats the whole purpose of building a relationship. So I'm thinking, if we look at it as in the way where our forefathers were paying this thing, they were paying it over time, over a lifetime period, paying Lobola, just to blend in as a family. And also, if the other one would say, Mrs. William was saying just now, she goes through stuff, she will be happy if even if she doesn't get umshado because she celebrated her Lobola thing. The thing is, in some families, even still in this culture, in some families, if they pay a lump sum of money, that money goes towards your wedding. So that money they are paying to say, I acknowledge that you allowed me to be part of this family. But abangakini Dolly, they will say, oh, thank you. But behind the scenes, they take the same money and they contribute to make things work. So either way, Lobola still has to be paid just to blend things, to make things work out for both families. But some families, because Bona, they feel we sent internet to school, then Umfalalo has to pay as if they don't want you to get married. When you met this guy, you love this guy, you guys love each other. So do you want your parents to control you and say, you cannot have this guy? Because now this guy cannot afford Lobola, then you can't have the relationship. Where does it end if the guy doesn't have money? Because some parents will demand, say, 50,000. Looking at the guy, he's just came from university, he doesn't have money. What does they expect him to get the 50,000 from? So that's why back then, even using Komo, they were paid a lifetime. I remember Ubaba sending the last of Mama's Lobola when Sengihlakaniphile Umkhulile.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
Can I add
some time back. That's true. Amalobolo were paid over lifetime. I remember
Mina ngikhumbula uMukhumbu, I think. Why is it? Ubaba wayesithi ubaba wakho kaqedanga amalobolo. Was it just amalemon?
But auntie, the whole paying for a wedding using Lobola money, I don't think it's a common norm these days. These days, Lobola is for some kind of return in your investment on your child. And it's no longer in the best interest of the couple. It's now in the best interest of the parents, which is very sad because at the end of the day, if those negotiations fail, the people who are hurt the most is the couple involved. But these days, parents see it as an opportunity to get returns on their investment because they think raising a child and paying for their well-being as they grow up is a form of investment. So Lobola is a time for some of their returns, even though it's part, as William said, it's part of the black tax. That's when it comes back to them as well. So some of them see it as their returns on having to raise a girl child, which is very sad. But anyway, we're hoping one of these days things will change. But in this economy of ours, if you have a daughter, you are seeing money in front of you. If she brings a boy, you're already wondering how much he makes or how much he's willing to pay on your head as bride price. That's what is happening these days. That's the truth of the matter. We will speak out loud and say bringing families together, building a relationship, when in actual fact it's just an opportunity to get money from the other party for a return on their so-called investment on raising their girl child. That's what's happening these days.
I just wanted to ask, if a girl child is the one who's looking after your parents and everything, and the expectation is that when that person gets married, they are now belonging to the new family. Is there no value in actually getting your investment ahead? Like if you spend maybe 10,000 educating your child, and then all of a sudden they are belonging to the Dubes, and now they are contributing to the Dubes and everything. Is it not a smart move to get a little bit of your investment before this person goes?
It's no longer building a relationship now, is it? That's not the whole point of Lobola anyway.
That's black tax. That's your investment. That's your lifetime investment. So
it's not Lobola now. It's now black tax, and it's now business. It's no longer building a relationship.
But ukhona osowasizwa okwayizwe saying ukuthi ngaze ngasutha njengesihlobo somfazi.
Yes, I've heard it.
What does that mean?
Umfazi will feed abantu bakubo more than abantu bakondoli. So even if echadiwe Kondlovu Doli will think of their family first. Uzothatha imali every month to feed him. There is no way it's an investment. There is nothing like that. She still takes imali. She will go to William and say, "Umama akanakuhle." William will not say, manje, what should I do? Because they're supposed to have somebody taking him. No, he will help. Either way, there is no way because you are married now, you cannot help your family. There is nothing like that.
Okay, I see we've got a new face. Let's just focus that face and Dan Malgazan.
Hello,
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Jump in, please. We've just spent a lot of money on that girl. We need to know how far with this Lobola business.
Yeah, let's not personalize this. Let's be general, guys.
No, I was actually just joking. I was just joking. I was trying to lighten the mood.
Yeah, I got the job. And I'm born. Hello. Right. Ojo, Ninjani?
Siyaphila
Right,
unjani?
Apila. Right. Ngiwenilele lapha likhuluma. Amalobolo to me is a token of appreciation. Azonto uthiwa kuyacharge imali ezingasukiyo. Ngikwemdi waqeda nge-one installment. Anyway, it depends with families. Abanye they take it to be it's a repayment of investment emntwaneni wabo. But it depends with our cultures. To me, it's not supposed to be like that. Bring together two families, that union. But amela kube izimali zane exorbitant ukuthi sokuqanjwa izimali ukuthi ongazuzibambi ukuthi sisiwa le stress ingazi ukuthi ka depend ama cultures into ngakukhuluma ngoba amanye ama cultures yapha nguthenga ikhuba kuphela ngathenga ikhuba le inkomo kamama sokuphelile elobulile.
Who wants to jump in?
All right, Mrs. Love, I understand that ilobola enjalo, but mina, like I said, ilobola ya these days. Bayaqala abantwana one sekunelobola party. Esigqokelwa ithengelwe everything yenzelwe a full blown party just to pay lobola. Lobola is something that is supposed to be done in private. Ngeyabantu abadala yithi. But now we're partying it. We're making a party out of that. All right, I do not know who's paying for that party, but kule mali ebhadala yamalobola. Zugu after some time sokumele kushadwe. Kufunakala amalobola. Kufunakala amalobola abhadele sokufunakala imali yomshado. Na abantwana bayi2 they are barely 30, 25, 27. Sebemele baqala umuzi wabo. Abana ndawo yokuhlala imali siphelele kuphi? Lobola lama-party. Uqala ngani umntana i-life yakhe? How do they start impilo yabo?
No, I think my advice yami ukuthi abantu ababuyele sibili ku-essence yamalobolo wanje. Amalobolo thina isikhathi sisalojula. Kwakungela party, it was something private. Kuzaphonga ukubuya nelwana idumbu la nalombe just abantu abalutshwane. Kulobolwane kuqedwe handi. Wangisonke ebizela ilima nti uyalizwa ubona sokulotsholo. Ngehlula ke sibuza babiza futhi bezokuhleka. Akuhambi njalo ingazi ukuthi ama cultures atshiyana. But lokho athethi mbonani sesikumodernizile and konkhwani kokwenza ukuthi kube le expense eningi. But singabuyela okwakudala okwakusenza ukuthi it will be just two families, they come together, behlale phansi kukhulunywe kulungiswayo. Because personally I've attended ama occasions kanjalo. Vele kwizinto lwanti of course kuzaba lenkomo kamama lani kodwa izinto imali zakhona yilezana ukuthi nizokuletha nje ubuhlobo at the end of the day abantwana lana becontinue bephila.
But to speak about the whole partying and the whole decoration and everything, I think the reason why they do that is to avoid the whole mshado part. In future mshado won't happen at all. That's your opportunity to celebrate everything. Then you just go to court and then sign your papers and put your rings on. Le white dressy occasion and everything. Also, the occasion is too. So apparently these days, the reason why they do a party Lobola day is because they have 2-in-1. Party umtshato plus balobolo. Two birds with one stone.
Ngiyazwisisa. But ungakukhanyisisa ukuthi njengoba kade kubeka kahle uTwist lapha. Ukuthi it's just a young couple and isikhathi eningi ngathi usikhuluma abantu abancane. Mina that time I remember I was just only 25. So ngabantu sikhuluma abantu abancane abangela mali kanti abantu abancane abangela mali want to build a family together. And then say later futhi amanye expenses. But mina to me that is my opinion. Ukuthi okwama utayilobola part whatever you call it. Into zokuchaza abangani. But at the end of the day umtshado vele thina sikhanyela umtshado. Ilobola you brought together ama-films and isikhathi sokuhlangana they're engaging sebe-engagile then seninjani sekusolomnizer uselifaka nje is either liyayihambisa ekhoti kumbe lihambise kumfundisi but isinjani isingumtshado ke yani seliletha ke phambi kwaNkulunkulu laphana besisayenza isintu sesibuya sesikuletha phambi kwaNkulunkulu noma kusekhoti still kabe kulethwa indaba kaBhayibheli phambili ukuthi kumuzi kule ndaba kaNkulunkulu. So khona phana liyabe li-avoid ama-expenses akuthi angekho necessary ukuthi lihlanganisa lihlanganisa lisebenzisane is a young couple isilaphana sikhuluma ukuthi is a young couple lisebenzisane kulokuthi lihlale phansi likuhlele kahle bozeni umtshado kumele kuzoba into yokuthi nxa sisenzwa sibili hayi kube into esibili enjani ukuthi umuntu akangeni ngaphi esikweledini sathi kumbe omuntu kumbe kumstress but ukuhambise kahle kahle ukuthi kanti lapha siyadibhetha lo mbono wakhe lo mbono wakhe.
Okay, Upati has just joined us. Welcome, Patisiwe. Let me pin you so that everyone can, let me just try and pin you. How are you?
Sorry, Nyapila, thank you very much. Sorry, I'm late. I just woke up.
I know you want to just compliment us on how pretty we are and everything. Just give you the floor.
Yes, thank you. I'm so happy I see improvement from the beginning. Everybody's looking great. The lighting is perfect. People are looking, prepared. Tracy, I like the lipstick set. You look fabulous in there. Miss P, it's so lovely to see you. Lomalgazana, Udoli. La first hair is on point. Hopefully next time we see your face.
What's on your camera,
And for you, Tony, improvement every day. I like the headscarf. You look great. Sorry, I am late. I apologize. I'll try to do better next time.
Perfect. We are discussing amalobolo namhlanje. We were just touching on the topic. So I don't know whether you know anything about the topic. Tracy sort of introduced the topic. Do you want to contribute? Have you got a gist of what we are talking about? And do you want to contribute?
Yeah, I just understand amalobolo, but unfortunately, well, I think it's a good idea, except if we're talking about amalobolo today, I think amalobolo today are ridiculous and are not really being paid. Because if I remember correctly, ubaba kazange aqede ukulobola umama. It was just a gesture of ukuthi sesifuna ukwakha umuzi, but these days ngizakuthiwa kuyakhutshwa ama-thousands lezi nkomo eziningi kakhulu up front, which leaves the new couple bengela mali, or the husband in particular really broke. But then again, mina ngizange ngilotsholwe. So Lamara. It is what it is.
Does anybody else want to jump into the topic and then we seal it and then we can do the housekeeping again, because I think the housekeeping is a little bit off.
All right, I wanted to say something here. Amalobolo for indoda or for a guy, sometimes the parents, it's not, of course, it's a good gesture. and also a way of building a family, right? But at the same time, the man has to sometimes you see, are you able to take care of my daughter? Because you remember there's that love between the daughter and the father, which is very strong. So you're supposed to, as a guy, who's going to take up this responsibility of or take care of umntwana. You see, there are some talks we guys which we have lobaba separate umntwana, where he says out his heart and pours out to himself and what he expects from you. So as a guy, in a sense of paying amalobola, it's not only on building a family, but trying to prove yourself to the guy. I'm sure you have also seen in the Western world, it's not only like ulobola, but that handshake from ubaba womntwana, it's really important to the guy. He actually can call ubaba loana his own father. You see that? So the lobola thing is another way of trying to prove yourself to the family that you are going to actually take care of their daughter and build a family with her.
So, William, in other words, if you don't have money, you just can't marry. You cannot have a wife. You cannot afford to have one. You can't marry. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Not much. First, what do you?
Who's talking? Who's talking?
Moses.
Ngeke cameras nafuthi ukhulume ngeke cameras bo. Abafazi bayadura.
No, let's hear your view, Moses. Say something.
So
my view. Women are expensive. That's my view.
No, but we're talking Lobola here. What are you saying about Lobola? What's your take?
Lobola. Lobola, I'm sure everyone knows what Lobola is, but for me, I think it's necessary so that there's that mutual bond between the two families, both from the husband and the wife. But and of course, it's a culture thing. I don't know if whites do it, but since we do it, I'm sure it's still an ongoing tradition. And if it works, for some who believe in it. But for me, even if you don't lobola, I don't know how we can maybe see you as like you recognize the marriage they're using monetary terms. But I think just money is enough. So since I want just but like 5,000 rand to start, and then inyangkhona isizawanika mbijela in installments yabo, because kwafana vele is like kungani nje likhuluma ukuthi vele into zawo ziyadura vele angizithaye like i-payment plan labor. I want 6 months to pay, 6 months to pay. Ndivumela all our plan I do that.
Actually, I agree. Mina yavumelana lo Moses. And I think the idea was always to, ukuthi hayi lapha kunje. Saying and I think people should really push it towards that, because it's quite expensive. Like Miss P was saying, abantwana begcine beqala bevele bengela sendi. And actually, when you think about it, as eziningi, I think between, like, let's say abazali bomntwana for the most part will be quite happy ukuthi alright, fakani khonokho to show ukuthi liza kwakha. But the actual parents, they don't really. I personally think ukuthi abala need yokuthi kubhadale lobolo lonke, especially nxa ungumuntu odecent la utshengisela ukuthi ungumuntu ozithobileyo uhloniphayo umntwana oright, abantu abadala abakubhadalisi. The problem comes nxa sokubuya izihlobo ezinye eziyizibhorori ezibuya zithi akubhadalwe, abanye omalume labo anti abanye abavele bengayenzi lutho just nje abantu, you know, the people abathanda you know, ukwenza into ezi-wrong. Yeah, I'm an opportunist because eqinisweni
Why are you calling my name for?
Opportunist, yeah. But khonokho ukuthi beqale ngokuthi hayi alright senze okuncane, which I think we should really go back to, and then both families besupport abantwana ukuthi yakhani and bencedisana. I think that was the whole idea. Lokho these days okunye ukuthi abanye abafazi bayaze belotshelwe 5 times ngoba bayakhomba bechiya amadoda asazi njalo phela kungaba yibusiness.
Exactly. Ubaba missed out. He has got 4 girls and yes.
Uyatshona ebuza isikwelede sakhe kuDuncan. But yake sithi uzabhadala akwazi uzabhadala njani njengoba sekugugile la, I don't know.
Okay. I'm happy for everybody to say their last words. I'll seal the recording and I would appreciate if everybody, after I've sealed the recording, to stay in. I just want to do the housekeeping again, please.
Let's have him say something before we wrap up.
Kunini lokho ngimbiza, I don't think uyakhuluma. I don't know whether kala volume.
Mcini.
Yeah, no, let's leave him. Let's leave him. Okay, let's start from Udoli. And then I'll go across the screen. I will sort of pin everybody as I talk. Okay, go on. Dolly, are you able to? Okay, let's go to the next one. Wills, just jump.
Dolly is on mute. I don't know whether she knows. You are on mute, Dolly. So you need to unmute.
Yeah, it's the same mute. Unmute. I'm actually seeing myself. Is that okay?
Yeah, I pinned you. Yeah, I pinned you so that you are on the front.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I just want to thank you for your opportunity, Leigh. I learned a lot from this machine. I think it should continue though. So ngiyabonga lami ukuthi ngibe part of this podcast. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I will pin Noctula, my fave.
Okay.
Have I pinned?
Mina vele amalobolo ngiyawavumela, I'm for Lobola. Let's join families ngemali. Like we said, it might be a lifetime paying for this, so it's still okay for people to acknowledge the other family, ngamalobolo. But I'm against people monetizing this, taking this as a business and taking it to black tax. So ngafundisa umntanami liyangikolota or else umntanami vele ungeke umthole. So ngani umntanakho yiphone ukuthi make siya ngale then kumele ubhadale or else you're not going to have this girl. But yet this girl fell in love with the boy for a purpose, for a reason ukuthi nayo ufuna ukuyakha. So let's just, as we go forward as Africans, asisebenziseni ilobola ngendlela e-right, not indlela yokumonetize to enrich ourselves, yabona. So because ukuthi umntwana abuye say umkhwenyana abuye azonjoyina abe ngumntanami, I need some form of acknowledgement, appreciation ukuthi hayi mama ungivumele ukuthi ngibe part of ifamily, ngithatha usane elisiwe, yabona. So even ukhumbe ezongiphathela somebody, ngiyafuna ukuthi lathi sihambe siyocela ubuhlobo, sicela isihlobo esihle in a proper manner, that's the norm esakhula ngayo nathi siyazi, yabo. So I'm for Lobola. I still say Lobola must stay as a token of appreciation.
Thank you. Okay, Wills, do you want to just add on? I will, if I pin you, can you say that, are you the main person on the screen, Wills?
All right, thank you very much. So for me, I think Lobola is okay because it's nice. It's painful if you are the one paying, but imagine I'm saying say but I give it to be nice. So anyway, let's try to keep it in that sense that we are building a relationship with family, and yeah, and not try to use it as an opportunity of investment, because it will leave some people broke and in serious state. Before I leave the screen, Mama, I would like to say something. Let me just turn it to him.
Right, into engayitsho ukuthi amalobolo a-right. Singawasebenziseni ukuthi sinjani njengokulokhu kukhulunywa even saludinga the same issue ukuthi singawenzakalani as a form of investment. Umuntu ofuna imali yambe uyevula ibhizinisi okudinga imali. Ukuthi sidinga imali ngabantu abethu sethu, asidingeni imali ngendlela ukuthi sidinge. Then nxa befuna ukwakha ubuhlobo bapho ngibhadala nje token of appreciation, kuyatshajwa imali zani kodwa imali ezinjani ezireasonable eziphansi ukuthi lathi sinanzela umkhwenyana enjani eyaneliswa ukubhadala imali sonalizana. Yikho ngakutsho nje ukuthi, and then kokugcina hayi mina personally indaba zabo balobolo party hayi vele angivumelani lakho ubani kudlalisa imali kakhulu.
Not Wills, but Mose, do you want to come in? We're not about fast Vatura. Where's your brother?
Yeah, you find what you want to say in closing.
Closing.
Oh, Zululo said. No, that's all right. Let me pin said.
Yeah. We're in closing.
Okay, let's, yeah. Kuluma, we're not about fast Vatura.
What I in closing, and I uthi ingazi to the future fathers young William, so uthi la uthi abanxasu uncelise ungalo mntwana wenkaza maybe in 5 years time apha, so I feel that the fateful day so uyomalume lapha endlini uthi salibonani sibone imbali lapha engadini yenu imbali enhle vele umfanethu, so lapha so abanxa sekhuluma into ezinjalo nje wena lawe yanazi awukhalima ngonto njani nje la usuke umgeja kahle wonke hayi lo muntu engikwanisa inkomo ezingane ngwa, of course la uchaya iscore, but as these days ku trick ndoda imali angkhona vele ayifuni iphuma nzima yabo. So la uyamgeja first la ngoba nti yakwanisa yena wathi ingakuvala
Sure,
but otherwise Lobola is good, right lo.
Katu, what has your brother been through?
I don't know.
Go on, to close it in and
okay.
then I'll go to part.
Me, what I am going to say, since I know this is going to be broadcasted for the world to see, this is my 2 cents on Lobola. Me, what I say is Lobola must fall. Lobola should be removed completely. If you want to build a relationship genuinely, do not let money be involved. Let's do it face to face and speak as a family and agree. Putting money on the table, you're calling it a form of a token of appreciation, but in reality, you are thinking of your pockets and your poverty at home. Well, that's the truth about the black men in Africa right now. They are thinking about their stomach when they're touching that Lobola. So to eliminate all these dynamics, let's just say Lobola must fall. It must be removed completely. If you want to build a relationship, build it, but not let money be involved. Money would rather fund the future of the couple involved, and let's make sure the marriage is in their best interest. The parents, if they are really for the marriage, they shouldn't think about how much money was charged in that marriage. That's what I have to say in closing. Lobola must fall. It should be removed completely.
Patisiwe? Continue.
Yeah. Okay. Mina ngicabangayo ukuthi I think like everything else, things continue to change. And you know, we've come this far, we have different things, but I think that token yamalobolo should always remain. But where I think we have gone wrong, like I said before, is that we have made it into a business. But otherwise, ukuthi nxa abantu befuna ukwakha bobabili, then you know, you show ukuthi, you know, show token and as a token, I think it should remain, and it is a good thing. On the other hand, I don't know about lokho ukuthi kumnandi ukuthola imali ukuthi la nxa uzwela abankazana yabo. So what does that mean? Ukuthi nxa uzala abantwana abangabafana uyathi ukuthi nxa lokuthi uzala ukuthi mayi babo nase yaphuma imali yami. So I think William, but I think overall I think nxa uzala amankazana uhluqakeza ukuthi yangena. And then, but anyways, I think I think it's a good idea, but I don't think it should be like the amount that they are charging now and the way it is done. And I also think, maybe I won't say that one, I'll leave it, but that's my closing remark.
No, I want to hear that one that you kept, go on.
Yeah, that it should remain and people should, you know, we should do it like traditionally as a token. And then hopefully we are in. And also on the other hand, even if we wanted to continue with it, the other idea is as the receiving family, you can give it back to the children and say, maybe the down payment if you are genuinely not making it a business for yourself, right? And abantu abakho will always take, we assume or we hope they will always take care of you. Even in I think a little bit more because I'm in this stable state,
yeah,
right?
Because Utresi said something. When you watch the video, you'll see Utresi said something.
Okay, thanks.
No, Valid.
No, it's there. It's okay. I don't have much to say except that I support Lobola, just like what Tupat has just said. Let it remain. It's a token of appreciation. This is how we blend families. Let's not monetize Lobola. Let's not make Lobola a black tax. Investor in them. What if they don't get married and they don't look after you? What happens? It's still the same. So Lobola must stay, just to say, to make the other person comfortable when they come into your home, to be a part of the family. I belong here. Because at the end of the day, when Umtanako goes to the other family, whether Lobola has been paid or not, but to say so I will after in marriage, that are going to be her family. So sorry. Okay, yeah. So Lobola must remain, but let's not overcharge these people. Let's remember what Lobola was meant for. That's it.
Thank you. I'll pin you, Tracy.
I hear mina umntana ngamfundisa awamngafundanga kanti ngoba nami wami degree uliphethe. So abantu laba beyi-2 bezisebenzela imali yabo bafunda abafundanga bazenzela into zabo beyi-2 ngoba eqinisweni ayisikuthi lani nizogcinelwa umakoti uqala wawuthiwa ngowethu uzosiphekela siwatshele. Omakoti bekulezi nsuku abaphekeli umuntu abawatsheli umuntu baphuma besahlala ezindlini zabo. Ngubani ofuna uhlala nomakoti kunje so ababayekela abantwana basiphekela idina sihlaleni phansi njengama-parents. Hayi mina ngu-Tracy, hayi lo, hayi mina ngusibonile, hayi abantwana bethu sebetshada, hayi kuhle mabhuru wami sesiza abantwana sesingosisi, abantwana ngabethu sisidla ukudla kuphelile lokhuyana. Okuthiwa kuyakhitshwa imali ezizizumbulu abantwana bethu besuka lapho akusela. Ngiya-understanda maybe kuyaba bona obaba uWilliam said kubayenza bafile njengani bayafuna bakhona ukusupport. Olobolileyo langalobolanga nxa efuna usupport engabe ngelamali today yokulobola but kusasa uzosebenza akwazi ukusupport imuli yakhe. Engabe le mali today kusasa avuke seyisidakwa esechiya ifamily yakhe ingalakudla. So it's neither here nor there kuyinto kwakhona. Eqinisweni uTrace uchoose boyfriend yakhe isifuna uba indoda yakhe ukuthi izoba yini phambili izomsupport sizomsupport nguye okwaziyo. uTrace ngiyozovusa umuzi ubaba emuzi otshenelele nguye okwaziyo ukuthi ngilotsholiwe or angilotsholwanga. It's honestly it's between me and my husband. So ukuthi imali yabhadalwa iqeda imali abantu especially abantwaneni abasaqalayo. Sometimes I think it's a lot for them. I don't know. Yes, lingathi ukuthi token what like uSedo was saying we must fall. Mina nami I feel singabambana isandla and sichadise even beqoma besiye court akunandaba. Kwelinye ilanga uma bengacabanga sebele 20 years into their marriage they can say oh sesicelebrate besibizi sebrunette labo uyabona. Mina for me ilobolo kayiyekelwe kancane.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Like in closing, mina, I do say, uyabona if ngukuthi ngimkhulisile umntanami oyintombazana ngamfundisa khona manje usesiya kosibanda, I expect something ukuthi like nxa engasese sangisupport asuke eqedile ngapha lami ukuthi ngiright. So that is where I am. I say ilobola I will charge. It's a shame that I don't have girls. But if I did, I would charge as much as possible. Ukuthi imali sibili ibe khona. So that is my last word on this one. If everybody, I haven't missed anybody in the closing, have I?
I think you missed William.
No, he closed it before Mama Kelo. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he closed. Okay, are we happy? Can I seal the recording and do the housekeeping?
Yes.